Okay, so first I'm just going to quickly show you. We used to run 7th grade data and track students. We got TEA 7th data about who was enrolled at Texas Publics in 7th grade from TEA. And we've done this for years, and we've tracked those 7th graders just basically to see how many, for that group that started in that cohort, you know, we track them to see how many how many graduate from high school, how many enroll in higher ed, and all the way through graduation from higher ed. And obviously, if students leave the state, we lose them, or we'll have students who we assume go off to a private high school, but then suddenly we'll find them enrolled in higher ed. So we bring them back in higher ed. So, you know, there is some movement that happens with this data, but it's a great way to see for students who were there in 7th, for that group, what actually happened to them over time. And now we've moved into showing that data for 8th grade. We have a funder at the Houston, well, we have the Houston Endowment has been funding some of this research, and because other states have some 8th grade data, they wanted us to look at it from 8th grade and not 7th grade so we can compare to other states and see what's happening with our 8th graders. So we're shifting from the 7th grade here to the 8th grade. The Texas Tribune just published, we were working with them, and they just published a lot of 8th grade cohort data disaggregated in lots of different ways by ISD, and Li Hong ran ran all these reports for them, and there's some wonderful data here. So we, I think, provided the link in your background materials. And here we can go in and we can choose a region. I believe these are these the ESC regions, I believe? Yeah. Yep, these are your regions. They didn't put numbers on them. Okay, so we'll pick, we haven't picked on Austin much. And we can choose a county, so we'll pick Travis here. Okay. And then there's information about who enrolled in 8th grade and then tracking them across time. And again, we have to start with really early cohorts because that's quite a while ago. But we have started in 8th grade all the way through 2001, and then they get tracked through higher ed. So, and we have the data by ethnicity, and we have it by gender, and we have it by economic status. So a lot of good detail, great way for schools to sort of look at, all right, what's happening with our students over time. There's also all of the very large data files that feed this. They're on the link too. So you can actually drill into the data. You know, if you don't just want this summary with percentages, you can drill into the data and find the numbers. And Li Hong, did you want to say anything about this or add anything about?
I think it's pretty straightforward, so enjoy the report. I think in addition, I think it will publish my recollection is that we just provided all 3 cohorts to them, so it may just take them a little while just to update this. So, you know, I expect some new report or number come your way if you're looking at this data.
Okay, and there are definitions too, so you can see.
Yeah, and if you're not sure how to wrap your head around the data, there's a little example right here. So for a 13-year-old who started 8th grade in 1997, they're about 29 years old, and then the one who started in 8th grade in 2001 is now about 25. To help you give a little context.
This data is that you can actually find by region, by county, but one thing I want to set the expectation though, that when you do by county especially, and also break down by ethnicity, you can find actually some of the cohort become really, really small. You know, I was surprised to find there's a bunch of counties that in Asian ethnicity group that only like 3 in the cohort to begin with. So you may have there's some group maybe roll up together for privacy reason. So when you look through the report, you know, don't be too alert that when you see, oh, where is Asian for my county?